Hey y'all, Jennifer Marie here, Jennifer Marie Budgets, and today we're going to be doing my pre-paycheck budget for March 21st, 2025. If that's something you're interested in, follow along. Alright, welcome to my channel if you're new. If you're a returning subscriber, hey y'all, I appreciate you for your continued support. I'm grateful for you. I apologize, I was doing some writing with some gray marker today and it is still on my fingers. It's probably in one of my other videos that I was recording. All right, let's get started and do one of our affirmations. Our mantras. If I can get one out. I went ahead and got the acrylic off my nails. I did not have the tips on, but I was getting the acrylic, and these are my real nails, and it is a little crazy. My nails are very sensitive now as they were thin. So here's our affirmation mantra. In the game of life, it's more fun when we're all on the same team, and I'm in control of the team roster. Activate today's intention, acceptance. Acceptance. You know, a little side note. I know we are in charge of our team roster, but sometimes I accept the fact that I don't have a very large roster. And I accept the fact that I am alone most of the time. And I am okay with that. You know, I joined this budgeting community a couple years ago. And I built a small community. And I stepped away. And I got away from it, and I'm back, and I have some new community. Some of the people that I was around are no longer around, and I found a lot of the people that I was following, but things are different. You know, the times change, people change, budgeting community changes. And I still sometimes feel like I'm alone, but I do have some amazing followers. I appreciate you, and I am so grateful for you because you help keep me accountable and you interact with me, and I appreciate you. But honestly, I still feel alone, but I would like to build my roster for sure. But I accept that, you know, I do this for myself. I need to keep myself accountable, and I'm grateful that I have this forum to do this, and it's great. So let's go ahead and do my pre-paycheck budget for March 21st for my third paycheck for March of 2025. And we're actually doing my pre-paycheck budget in my planner, and we're starting from scratch, something that I don't normally do. I apologize, this is crooked. Let me just turn a little bit so it's not so crazy. It's a little bit easier for me, and let's see if I could hope y'all could see that. All right, so we always start with paycheck estimate, and now that is going to be about $775 estimated. And I've made some changes in my checking and the way that I look at my checking right now, and what I have in there and what I have coming in towards April, because I have to pay my student loans. Long story short, I don't think that my Christmas binder video is going up before this. So I'm not in school right now. I was actively in my master's program for clinical mental health counseling to get my licensure to go into private practice. Just a little sidebar about me, but I was taking a break. Long story short, there were some errors in thinking, advisor, mentorship wise, and I am on a break. Hold on, one of my children is piling up the stairs. Sorry, that was my son. So lo and behold, I am not in school, and I do have to start paying one set of my student loans back. So that is interesting, to say the least. So I've had to rearrange some things and think about the way that I look at my budget. So my rollover checking, I am estimating that I'm going to have about $500, and I'm hoping. So you know what? Let's change that. Let's lowball it to $425 because I have a doctor's appointment that I have to pay for this week and things like that. So that's rollover checking. You know, I always have rollover cash, and I would rather over budget my spending, my cash wallet, than under budget and not have enough money to cover my groceries or my gas or my eating out budget, or if I need something. So I like having a little extra cushion because I know I won't have it in my accounts and things like that. So I'm just going to say that I'm going to have $45 in my rollover cash. So let's add that up to $1,245. Okay, so how I do this before I even get into the bills is I like to write down my variable cash wallet, which is gas, groceries, dining out, family fun, kids, me, which is mama, lunch, which includes breakfast, any type of eating before, during work, blessings, that was my stomach if you heard that, buffer, miscellaneous, and now I have thanks to BL budgeting, I have a new envelope, which is coffee, which is a sinking fund, which is I roll over the extra cash into each week. Since I gave up Starbucks, I no longer for Lent, I no longer use the app, or I haven't even used Dunkin'. I did buy my daughter Dunkin', but I took that out of family fun because that was something that she wanted to do to enjoy. So I used that out of family fun for her. But coffee for myself comes out of a coffee envelope. And if I want to reload after Lent, anything, that would come out of that fund. So I would need to do savings challenges to fund my coffee. Okay, so that is that. Oh, automatically $40 goes into my Ally savings account. Next, I do this monthly planner. I got this on Amazon. This is the large version. It comes undated and blank, just like this. And what I do is I write the month, and then I write every bill expense that's coming out and how much it's going to be. And this way I know exactly what's coming out. And then anything else expense-wise that's coming out would come under this. Now, variable expenses are things that are not on this. So, I do not have any. I paid off all my pay-in-4s and things like that. However, I do have a confession. I I did make an Amazon purchase greater than something that I could pay. I did not want to put it all on a credit card, so I did do an Affirm purchase. But I believe I'm going to use Savings Challenge money at the end of the month to pay that off, like towards debt. So, we'll see. So I did make an Affirm, but I do not have to pay, do not have to pay on that until April. So next, my fixed expenses I'm going to get from here. So we have trademark, which is my debt consolidation, $137.50. That comes out every other week for a total of $275 a month. Then we have Google One for $317, which I really need to go through and delete thousands of emails because my space is being taken up, which I think is crazy. Then we have my YouTube Premium, which is $847, which right now I get a student rate, but I have time to continue going to school. Then I have a YouTube membership for $10.59. Then we have Netflix, which went up for $19.07. Then we have Capital One Quicksilver for $28. Then we have Verve. Now I did pay these off, however there were interest charges that were left over. And we do have another YouTube membership for $7.41. Okay. So let us go ahead and add those up. Whoops. That totals $229.41. I always have such a hard time writing at the bottom. Okay. Now, let us do my gas. I always budget $85. Groceries. Now, I increased my grocery budget to $150, and that is not enough. So I'm going to increase my grocery budget one more time to $165 and see if I can hold off. I was going to do $175, but we'll see if $165 can do it. My kids eat a lot of fruit. Like, I can spend $40 just on fruit right now because it is not prime fruit season. So let's do $175. And see what we have left over. And then we'll see if we could go down to $165 for the last paycheck. Again, I would rather over budget than under budget. Dining out, we're going to do $35. Family fun, $35. Kids, $8. Myself, $20. Lunch, $12. Blessings, $10. Buffer, $10. Miscellaneous, $10. Coffee gets $15. This is going to increase the budget. So 85, 175, 35, 35, 8, 20, 12, 10, 10, 10, 15. That's $415. Okay. Have you increased your grocery budget? Again, this is for 1 week. What I can do is I can bulk buy some of the things that I just bought a bunch of snacks this week. So I can bulk buy certain things this coming week with the extra money, and not have to buy so much the following week, and maybe take it back down to $150. But I only have like $15 left, or like $12 left or something like that in my groceries, and I need to go to the store again. And I'm gonna have to take from other envelopes this week, like my buffer. Now I do have money in my grocery sinking fund, which is why I have a grocery sinking fund, but I've already taken out because I went shopping at Target and got drinks and things like that I was not expecting to get for myself. So yeah, it's just crazy that things got so expensive. So let's take the $12.45 minus the $4.15 minus the $40 minus the $229.41 leaves me with $560.59, and then we have to do, like, we're just gonna go in parentheses here because we do Savings Sunday, which I like to do $175. We have Wee Wednesday, which is the last Wednesday that we'll be able to do this. So we want to do like 45 maybe instead of just 30. So let's do minus 175 minus 45. Then we have our coffee binder. And we'll want to do 75. And do we do our Christmas binder or do we do our vacation? We'll do our vacation binder. And we'll just do 50 in our vacation binder this time. And we also need 175 for aside for our student loan payment. And that's $135.77, but we want to pay extra to pay down the interest, so we need $140. That leaves us with $75.59, and we want a buffer. And a $75 buffer between 3 accounts is good. So we're really saving 175 plus 45 plus 75 plus 50, we're really saving $345 plus the 40. We're really saving $385. And that does not include the real amount of the rollover checking and the rollover cash, because I don't really include the rollover cash in my amount. So we shall see. And I'm lowballing this. So this is why I do my paycheck budget 50 times on paper and things like that. So forgive me. This is just a rough estimate, and I'm just throwing it down on paper. So we're just kind of throwing this in parentheses here. So that is kind of like a rough estimate of a pre-paycheck budget. I would normally erase. I would flip over a notebook paper. We would start all over again, and I would run different numbers. I would change this up. I would see what, 165, and now because this, and this actually all go on a credit card that I pay off, that I pay on. Coincidentally, that will go on an extra debt payment the following month with Savings Challenge money. So we are literally $229.41 minus 847 minus 1059 minus 1907 minus 741. That's 183.87. So we have an extra 847, 1059, 1907, and 741, which gives us an extra 45.54. to play with. So this is why I have to write things down 50 times. So thank you for doing this with me. I wanted to kind of give you a rundown of how I do things, but I know we don't have the time, and I know it would be boring for you to sit down and do it with me 50 times. So this is how I pre-paycheck budget to start with, and I wouldn't do it on here. This is why when I do it on here with you, it is my finalized pre-paycheck budget, and it is so close, like really close, minus these numbers. So that is all I have. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. If you've made it this far in the video, I would appreciate it if you let me know just one thing that you wish you could change about your budget. What's one thing that you wish you could change about your budget? Anything at all. Just one thing that you wish you could change about your budget. And with that, I will see you in the next video. I wish you nothing but kindness, blessings, and gratitude.